so much stuff floating around. I don't know. People trying to say they wasn't together.
Basically was trying to get into a threesome.
What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to another experience known as Manny and Manny. I am the one they call Manny, and
it's your man Rio in the house, filling in for K this week. It's going down.
Rio, what are you doing?
I kind of interrupted. I kind of interrupted the regularly scheduled program to fill in with Lady K this week. I mean, I thought, is that all good? Or,
Wait, hold on. You're filling in for Lady K?
Yeah, I thought, like have a man discussion, man talk this week, filling in for Lady K. You know, you can't be replaced, but I can fill in for a little bit though, right? What's up?
Oh, that's what we're doing?
Give your man a shot. Let's do this.
Oh, let's do this. What's going on, ladies and gents? You are now tuned into another experience known as K and Manny minus K. We're adding Rio. Just in case you don't know, that's Rio. I'm Manny. How y'all doing? What's up, Rio?
Man, I'm feeling good, fam. What's going on? What's up, everybody? I think we got another explosive show, so I'm excited to be here for my girl, Lady K.
For Lady K? Because right now you coming in like you're the uncle at the barbecue right now.
You know Get my old man on today. Get my uncle on today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one trying to start the fire for like 45 minutes without lighter fluid, burning all the chicken and shit.
With the Newport. Yeah, this is our old school uncle today.
Right, with the Newport. With the Newport and slick malt liquor. Or if you're from Dallas, Coors. Not Coors Light. The original.
Coors, you know what time it is. Coors.
The original one. The stuff that you have to get on the other side. Oh, gosh.
Y'all don't know about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't realized, you are talking to two dope boys from Dallas. No. But anyway, we're going to talk about a group of people who I really don't like talking about them because they're giving them the credit they don't deserve. But yeah, Clout Chasers. Now, for those who are 30 and lower, y'all probably know who he is. But if those who are 30 and up, we're going to really explain who these curmudgeons of society really are. So, Clout Chasers. I'm going to give the black and white people's definition of it, okay? Now, Clout Chaser, for white people, is someone who does and say things for the purpose of becoming more popular. Said in there. Now, for black people, a person who strategically associates themselves with the success of popular people or currently contemporarily trend to gain fame for attention. So, there you have it. That's what a clout chase is. Basically, who's doing just the most extra shit for likes, extra shit for clicks, extra shit just to get noticed, and you doing it the wrong way. And the reason why I'm saying you're doing it the wrong way, because you're putting somebody else down, or you're bigging something else up that nobody really cares about, or you're doing so much whereas people are talking about you in a negative light, or you're snitching.
Right.
I mean, I have to add that too, because we're going to talk about a certain individual that snitched and still is doing the most. But anyway, what are your thoughts on Clout Chasers?
They do anything for clout. You know, they do anything out here for clout. You know, it's all about. It's
the great poet Offset said it best.
Offset said it best. You know, quote Offset. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like at this point, if I don't get clicks and views and likes and fame, my life ain't worth a damn thing. You know, and that's just how it is. People are so obsessed with being seen. You know what I mean? People have even put themselves in a situation of getting their ass whooped, even shot, trying to chase clout. You know what I mean? I like the motivation behind that, fam, is insane. I can see if you're going to get clout to get some money, but most people getting clout just to have people like they shit online. Like, it doesn't make no sense. So, you know what I mean? I have a problem. Always had a problem, even before the internet, with just gaslighting type folks, fam. I don't like that.
Right, and that's the thing. We're gaslighting situations online. Now, it's bad enough you do it face to face or on the phone. Like, for instance, if you're saying, "Well, you never do this for me," what are you talking about? I do this. Boom. That's gaslighting, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell. However, when you see people do certain stuff online or in the internet, it's just it bothers people to a core where they have to comment.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, some of these people out here that does these things for attention are doing it for attention. They want to be noticed. And unfortunately, with the pandemic kind of did its thing, it's still doing its thing, to not to the higher degree like last year. But the problem is more and more people have more time to think or have more time to themselves. And some of these people are on YouTube. Some of these people have podcasts, and they just say the most astronomical, most wildest stuff ever. And you're just like asking yourself, why would you say that?
Right.
Why would you do that?
Right.
Like, example given. One other person known as Lil Nas X. Now, obviously, we know that this man put out a music video, him surfboard with Satan, and the fact that it's just that, okay, what are you doing? Like, we remember you as the Old Town Road dude, you know, and everybody, you know, liking your stuff, kids liking your stuff. You know, you went to the Grammys, and I still believe to this day he should have got album song of the year, but we're not going to talk about that. Right. But it's just the fact that you went from that to that for what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, what are your thoughts, homie? And I understand that a lot of people need to look at us and like, who's Lil Nas X? Trust us. You don't just Google him. Just don't follow him on YouTube.
Listen, I promise you that even if you don't know who he is by name, you know the song because you said it last year. You said it when that song came out. I promise you sang the song. It was just that popular. Old Town Road took over everything. You know what I mean? Like, it took over the radio. But what
was number one? I think it holds the number one spot for how many weeks to be on number one.
I mean,
right?
I mean, come on. Like the guy blew. I mean, he blew up. But
literally,
you know, it's kind of like the video. I couldn't watch it. I can't say that I watched the whole video.
I didn't watch it. I'm like, no what? I'm not putting that in my spirit.
Yeah, I can't. And I'm a very, you know, open-minded person. I mean, but lap dancing on the devil. You feel me? Like lap dancing on the devil, fam. Like making a Nike shoe with blood in it. You know what I mean? Like,
we'll get to that in a minute.
You know, like you can't reach a level of trying to chase clout that's much higher than that. You know what I'm saying? Because not only like if that's your belief or whatever else, you know, you're crazy as hell. Okay, that's what you do. But now, bro, to go from Old Town Road, you see what I'm saying?
To Old Never Mind.
Road, to lap dancing with Satan, fam. Right? That's the only way to really stay relevant. So what's his second song? Like what was the second or third big hit that he had, right? That'll let you know if somebody's chasing some clout. Like what after Old Town Road, what were the other success stories after Old Town Road? Those didn't hit, you better lap dance on Satan if you want to stay relevant. That's called clout chasing.
Thank you. But again, you said something about Nike. Now, obviously, he put out some shoes, or somebody looked like some Air Max 97s. And if you're a sneakerhead, you know what they'll look like. Right. And they basically look like, you know, Nike put out something that promoted, you know, devil worshiping. And Nike came out and said, yo, those are ours. They're replicated, and we're suing them. And obviously, they took them off the market, and then they settled out of court. But the fact of the matter is, you do something and other people around other businesses are suffering because of a decision that you make. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like, for instance, how can I say it? It's like, for instance, if you and Mika, who has Power Mates, matter of fact, y'all about to go watch that, and y'all just say something so astronomically crazy, not saying what it is, and all of a sudden you become viral. because you said something crazy. But then again, you come out, you don't apologize, you don't say that was taken out of context. If anything, y'all double down on it. And y'all do just the most to just get noticed.
Right.
That's where a lot of people, and trust me, there are people who clout chase that are not even on the internet, even. Like here's a perfect example. And this is just my opinion. You remember back when Bill Cosby was doing tours? This is before he got hit up for, putting stuff in people's drinks. But back in the day, maybe this is around the 90s, I believe, Bill Cosby basically was downgrading a lot of the newer generation for the decisions they make. And matter of fact, I remember this one quote, and I'll never forget it. It's just like now we have to put barcodes on babies because we don't know who the father is. Now, granted, I understand where he's coming from. The way he said it was wrong, but the way he said it got him noticed. But you're Bill Cosby. Like, people know you from the Cosby Show. Let's Do It Again. Other shows that you produced, things like that. I mean, heck, at one point, rumor has it you was trying to buy NBC. We see how that went, but still, why would you say something so crazy just to get noticed? And then on top of that, your closet is just as dirty as everybody's. Like, why would you do that, son?
But the people that do that, though, it's an old term. You heard it from the old heads. They've always said it. It's the people that have those loudest mouths, always had the stuff in the closet, the ones that always got something to say, especially when it's down on somebody else. They always end up having something in the closet. When the lights come on, they always got their hands in the cookie jar every single time. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like saying something that's on your heart to say, you know what I mean? And it says something and it shocks the world, but it's something you had to say and people took it away. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. What happens with clout chasing is like you can't ever stop chasing the clout. You can't ever stop.
It's a drug.
It's a drug. So like, and then once you reach one extreme level, you got to go to the next extreme level. So now Little Nas X has danced on Satan. What next? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He has to.
How can you top that?
How do you? What now? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not giving him any.
No, yeah, you're right. I'm not asking for it. I'm not asking. No. Keep it inside, bro. I'm not asking for it. I'm just saying, what next? When you chase clout, it's a drug. You become an addict. Like you can never stop, and that's the problem. You can't like sustain on that. We see like Marilyn Manson, who still dresses the way he used to back in the day, but
I remember that
goes away. You know what I'm saying? Like what next? Eminem, he did the same thing. He shot people. He talked about Kim and all that. But then what next after that? Like now, what do you rap about? That's gonna shock anybody. So it's like that's what happens.
It's like you gotta you're building on top of something that either doesn't exist or does exist, but it just blows up to your face. Which brings me to my next example. And a lot of people are gonna get mad at us for it, but oh well. People who report the news, i.e. Fox News. Now, obviously, you know my stance with them. If you see any of Lady K, especially when we talked about 45 and his shenanigans in the beginning of the year, trust me, you knew I had a lot to say. But this is not a rant. This is not anything. But let's add this. Let's add this to it. Do you believe Fox News are clout chasers? Because sometimes they don't put out facts, they put out propaganda by their own admission. They even admitted that because that's a lot. That's their way of getting out a lot of lawsuits. Oh, we're just putting out propaganda. This is strictly our opinion. These aren't facts, but you claim you don't spin the news. But by saying propaganda, you were spinning it, right? Do you feel that's clout chasing?
Well, absolutely, because that's the definition, right? They're doing propaganda, so obviously they're spinning it. So they talk out of both sides of their mouth. So yeah, definitely they clout chase. But I'll add to Fox News. I'll add CNN to that. I'll add a lot of news media to that, because what happens is
let's make it fair. Let's make it fair.
Like it's not fair and balanced. It's my view versus their view, and that's not news. News is just reporting. But obviously you have an agenda in your report, so that's some type of clout chasing, or at least trying to get people from this base to be on your side versus the other side. So like I know Malcolm X even said, that we know the media isn't our friend anyway. So speaking as a brother, the media is not my friend either way. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to give you the version of news to literally sway your perspective and ultimately your vote, right? And how you live your life. So you can't. So yeah, they clout chasing. Fox News. I haven't watched Fox. Man, when was I watch Fox News? There's probably anchors on there that have been gone for some man have died since last time I watched Fox News. I don't get down with it, but for that reason you just said though, it's clout chasing.
Right, and I'm glad you actually mentioned, because a lot of times, and I watch a lot of political news, as most people will say, and this is not for me to be political, because we're not talking about anything political, but all sides pick a side. CNN picked a side. Fox News picked a side. MSNBC, even though they claim they're fair and balanced, they sometimes pick a side. Right. Political pick a side.
Right.
A lot of these other newspapers, Washington Post, LA Times, Dallas Morning News, they pick a side. News 1080 from Dallas, they pick a side. Obviously, you know that just as well as I know that.
Oh yeah.
But it's but when you do pick a side, you don't have to go all above and beyond to prove a point. I think that's the problem with clout chasers. They go above and beyond to prove a point. But let's also talk about another individual who I don't like to talk about, but 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, a lot of people don't know who he is, and that's fine. You don't need to know. But I'll put it to you like this. He was a young rapper who claimed he was a gang and got gang affiliations and got gang activity on his music. And unfortunately, a lot of extracurricular activities happened. He got caught with the feds, and then snitched. He told everything, only to get a 2-month bail, 2-month sentence. Came back out, and just like Master Splinter, started talking and giving advice. Still, like you still saying, yeah, I snitch, yeah, but I'm the richest snitch out here. I'm like, let me ask you a question. You from Dallas, right? You think he walking around with security? Do you think people like us care if you have security?
No.
If you doing this? No, you're getting it. Even if security is with you.
You can't hire no security. That security is not rolling. You can't get security. They know that's a death wish. And so it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, you just said something though. Clout chasing is when just stay in your lane, fam. That's the thing.
Thank you.
If you're gonna be a gangster and you're gonna do all this extra stuff, there's rules to it. We all know the rules. You know what I mean? Anybody who's even flips the street, you know the rule. So you broke and you violated that. But now you know what he did? He doubled down on the ignorance. Like he doubled down on it. Right. But every single day he comes harder with the ignorance. He loses more followers. He loses more views. People lose more respect for this cat. He's a clown and an idiot. And we all knew that. Like everybody knew that, especially if you were from any kind of street. Even if you wasn't from the street, you could see at his Looney Tune looking hair, you knew there was something funny about man. You knew something was happening. And you know what I'm saying? It's sick. And then not saying I promote the street life or go be a thug. And I'm not saying none of that.
We're definitely not saying that.
Definitely not saying
a lot of these kids ain't built for that.
No, you're not built for that. Don't leave that. Listen,
leave that life alone.
Leave it alone. I need to get closer. Leave it alone. Right? You ain't built for it.
I'm not from the streets, but I know about it. And not everybody's built for it.
No. Not everybody's built for that. Leave it alone. And it's not what it's cracked up to be at the end of the day. So, but the main thing is, like your uncles are trying to tell you, and the uncles trying to explain, right? no matter what your lane is, you need to stay up in that damn thing, right? Because once you start going out and start clout chasing, I promise you, you might get a little bit of like, a little bit of views, but you can't live on that shit. It's gonna come back on you every time. Every time.
Yeah, you can't live on it. You shouldn't live on it. But let's also think. Let's bring it to this. Why do you think they rule the internet? Clout chasers, of course. Like I've always been on the rule of it's better to seek respect than attention.
Mm-hmm.
And why do you feel like people like who we mentioned rule the internet?
Because the internet is, for all intents and purposes, is entertainment. You know, we go there for education, we go there for other things too, but a major part of what we do on the internet is for entertainment. Watching videos, we want to be excited, and we need to be short, quick hit, and they better be explosive. Like you better say something that grabs my attention. So when you clout chase, you always have something on the tip of your tongue, some stupid action you want to take to get people's attention. So, but the thing with that's why we have people like Derek, right, that puts his woman in a bonnet. He was chasing attention, right? But he lost.
We're talking about him again.
I know. I had to bring man back up. I had a vision.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean, like you know.
All right, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, brother. The thing is, like you said, respect or attention. And I think a lot of people want attention, but like when you go and check the credentials, they don't have any respect from the people around them. They have no real credentials. They have nothing to really bag them up. So I think what's going to end up happening, right? Let me predict the future for you, is that as people get canceled, people without the credentials, people without the respect, people without the credibility, I think that real life stuff is going to start spilling into the internet. And it's going to, like apps like Clubhouse and stuff like that, it's starting to expose fakes. You can't hide behind a picture in a recorded video. Like, how are you for real? And
right.
So I think people are going to start getting exposed for clout chasing. Like, I think we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. I mean, people get exposed for it all the time. Problem is there's more people who applaud it than condemn it. Like, for instance, we're at the age where we know what's up on the internet. We've been on the internet. Hell, we've done podcasts, we've done seminars, we've done all that. And unfortunately, there are times where we may say something and get people riled up. But let's be honest with ourselves. People on social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook, like I know a particular person who will post stuff but turn the notifications off. Right. It's like you post controversial stuff, but you turn the notification off because you don't want to answer for your wild takes. And I understand right now there's gun reform. This person owns guns on guns on guns on guns on guns and don't want it to be taken away from him by the United States government because he feels the Second Amendment is still a thing. Right to bear arms, in case y'all want to know what it is. However, I understand his take. I think his take is a little bit off because you're talking about the people who are doing all these mass shootings. Not to get dark here, but you're looking at a scope, whereas you're taking something away from me. And the fact is, it's not about you in this case. I had to learn that. There are some things, there are some decisions that don't involve you. However, you want to take it there. Have the dialogue. Like, for example, I remember back in the day, and I know I'm going to piss some people off, but that's cool. A lot of these Hotep dudes out here say what they say about Black excellence, Black empowerment, and degrading all other races and degrading on how the Black people, how the way they think. Now, granted, sure, that's a way of thinking. But again, if you don't live that way, you're going to crash and burn in spectacular fashion every single time. I.e., dude that you mentioned, Derek Jackson, Team Jackson, what's up? Nah, never mind, don't do it. But what I'm saying is this. If you really are about that life, okay, you're about that life, but you don't have to broadcast it.
Right.
Like, I remember when dude said, guys who cheated don't deserve to be in a relationship, don't own me, or whatever he said.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you're an habitual cheater. You're a repeat offender.
Mm-hmm.
So would that make you?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, dude, but we're all, I mean, I understand we're all human here, but you condemn another just to get clicks and likes, and you don't follow your own same morals and principles. Yeah, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, man.
And you, sir, are a clout chaser.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, there are people who are seeking attention just to be put on. I mean, I remember when dude actually came to Dallas to a book signing, and I remember I dropped a friend off in downtown Dallas near Farmers Market where he was holding his book signing. This was what, 2018 or 2019, one of those 2 years. And shit, who showed up? Women. The ones that he was catering to. But then again, you bring your wife out here with a bonnet on, looking dusty as you know what. I mean, you couldn't even put no makeup on her or nothing, have her shave, have her get her hair done a little bit, make it look like, you're proud of your wife, that you want to show her off. I understand that you want to be authentic and everything, but authenticity goes on so far.
Mm-hmm.
When
you should have looked like you just came out of bed too. Like, don't put her in the bonnet. You right. You
look like you just came from the gym, looking like you about to go cheat again. Come on, man.
Don't do that.
Right.
That's that part. Don't do that.
I mean, I feel like dude is just, I don't know. I mean, I can go all day with him, but I'm not going to. But what is your final word about Clout Chasers?
You know what? It's like, we want to think about it like it's an internet thing, but even before the internet, there were still clout chasers, right? It's a disease that people have where they want attention. They want to have attention. They gotta be the center of attention. And clout chasing is always going to be around. There's always going to be clout chasers. There's no way to really eliminate clout chasing, but for the people of sound mind, right? Then you have to be able to recognize when people are clout chasing, when they're really telling you something that's real. And a lot of times you can tell when people aren't telling the truth, when everything's so black and white, right? When things are so black and white, there's not a lot of room for grays to understand all that. Most of those people have the darkest and the most craziest skeletons in their closet, especially always condemning other people. You know what I'm saying? So I think like the two dope brothers, right? If we could tell you anything, if I could share anything with you, I would say, let's cancel clout chasing. Let's cancel that, right? Because we deserve better internet. We deserve better use of our time than putting our attention on these folks out here getting our attention but doing foolishness, right? So yeah, if anything like me, I delete them. I don't follow them. I can't get down with it. Let's really get down with some real. Being from Texas, Pimp C, he already told you. UGK already told you. We're trying to get down with something real, man. We ain't in all that old fake, yoky doke stuff, man. Get down with something real. And at the end of the day, real is always going to win the day. Real is always going to win the day. Every single time, real is always going to win. I promise you.
Yeah, that's real. Not to repeat what you said, but yeah, that's you're absolutely right about that. So anyway, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and to all you clout chasers, yeah, we're on to y'all. Trust us, we're on to y'all. But Rio, thank you for filling in for Kay. We need to do something down in the future. I swear, we got to do something.
That's
something down in the future.
Done deal. Absolutely.
All right.
Appreciate you letting me be a part. Thank you, fam. Appreciate it.
Anytime, man. You want to go ahead and plug what you got?
Listen, man, you're going to hear us talk about it all the time. Powermates.io. We specialize in helping people in dating forever and find the power mate they deserve. Go there, and you also can check us out on Facebook, Single and Ready by Powermate. Come in the group. Let's have some real talk, fam.
Right. And also for everyone out there, thank you for looking at it. Thank you for watching our show, Kay and Manny. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. the Lady Cat Chat podcast. All right. And also make sure you check out our website, www.ladykenterprisesinc.com. That's www.ladykenterprisesinc.com for all your financial needs and for podcasts. Okay. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you adieu.
Peace.
Lady K.